Hey y'all, what's up? This is I'm here on a YouTube video today. Today's video, I'm talking about Trump's State of the Union, some of the people that he honored, some things he talked about, and how I feel about all this. Now, before I get started, this is going to be a longer video, as y'all will see. It's going to be one of my longer videos, so just a heads up on that. Now, to start with, I want to talk about the people he honored. The little girl with cancer, like he said, she is an inspiration, you know. Before she even had cancer, she donated, or she got $40,000 raised, okay? You know, that's good, you know, $40,000. And, you know, she's at that age where a lot of people don't think about that. A lot of adults wouldn't even go that far. You know, and then she ends up getting brain cancer, and she still has that mentality of positive. You know, most people get a cold and you know. So she definitely is an inspiration. Like I said, hopefully she will stay cancer free. She did beat her cancer, so hopefully she can stay cancer free. You know, so definitely prayers out to her. Hopefully she can beat that and stay cancer free. You know, all the people that got out of prison on the First Step Act law, that was really cool. You know, the woman that was supposed to spend the rest of her life in prison for selling drugs. The guy that spent 22 years in prison for selling drugs. You know, I do a lot of videos on crime and drugs, but at the same time, okay, this woman was a non-violent offender. Okay. Who knows how many drugs she sold or what she did, okay, but she was non-violent about it, okay. 22 years, you know, she probably changed, and you know, she had to be in that at an early age because she was probably in her 50s or 60s last night, maybe 40s. So, you know, she went in 20s, 30s when she was in jail. 22 years, though, she's like, you know, in her 40s or 50s now. So, I'm glad that she got out. And as you can see, she was emotional. She was glad that she got out and got a second chance. But who wouldn't be? But she was like, you know, she was made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Same with the guy. He was emotional and happy too. You know, everybody makes mistakes. So I'm glad that they got out. And the guy was actually the first black male to get out on the First Step Act law. So, another thing I want to talk about. All these people say that Trump is racist. Well, if he was racist, he would not be having the First Step Act law, or he wouldn't have got this person out and the female out. And he wouldn't be trying to work to get more out. Just saying, you know, if he was racist, why would he be doing that? Another thing, females, you know, this is the highest that they have worked. And he said he's happy for them. He's trying to do more for them. So, if all the females were against him, like they say, well, why are they standing there cheering for him? You know, clapping, you know, and a couple times, 2 times, I saw they actually got up, jumping, applauding him. So apparently, all women are not against him. You know. So to stay on this trend, let's talk about the border control. Okay. As he said, he wants people to come into this country. He wants people to come in here. He wants America to grow. Who doesn't want America to grow? Who doesn't want more people to come in? Okay. But like he said, they need to come in legally, okay? If they want to make a better life for themselves, if they want to come in here to make money, to help their families, help themselves, why can't they come in here legally instead of trying to cross the border, pay people to take their kids, pay people to take them, stuff them in cars, you know, have bounties on your kids if you don't pay this much amount back, your kid's gonna get killed or kidnapped, or risk getting drowned going across the river, or risk getting stuck underground going under the wall. Just come here legally. That's fine. If you want to come here, that's fine. Come here legally. Don't get no fake paperwork. Don't get no fake names, okay? Because, the fake names, okay? Some might go out and work and still get disability or Social Security, food stamps, okay? Or some might not work at all, have the fake name, get, Social Security, this food stamps, government assistance, government housing, phones, Medicare, all that for free, while our veterans, they can't get nothing, and they don't serve this country, got PTSD, some have been shot, some are paralyzed, you know, I just don't get that at all. So hopefully, they do crack down on that, and they can fix that, I hope. Another thing, our veterans, like I said, I'm glad that he did honor them. Our veterans always deserve to be honored. They are the ones risking their lives. They are the ones putting their lives on the front lines, leaving their families, getting PTSD, shot at, bombs thrown at them, mines. Gotta watch out for that. Can't sleep at night. Um, when we started the wars, he said so far 7,000 troops have lost their lives. 7,000. So hopefully we can work on that and try and bring some of our troops home. Now, another thing is unemployment. That's the lowest ever, he said, since he's in a long time. Okay? So for the people, saying Trump ain't doing nothing, he ain't doing this, well, apparently he is, because, he's working on our border control crisis, okay? He's working on trying to get our veterans home. The women's rights support him, okay? That he's releasing innocent people that don't need to be in jail forever, okay? He's trying to clean up drugs and crime, and he's opening up jobs. I believe it was like 200,000 in 2 years. I believe it was. I think it was even more than that. But so that's for people that don't want to work. Okay, there are jobs everywhere. It don't matter if you are working fast food all the way up to a government job. There are jobs out there. So if you don't have a job, it is either because you don't want to work or you can't work. I mean, that's pretty much the two simple options. Either you can't work or you don't want to work, or you have something stopping you from working. Now, another thing I want to talk about is he talked about gang members, or specifically MS-13, and the ones that were in New York and at the subway platform and shot somebody. Now, he said that they are operating in more than 20 different USA states. 20, okay? Now, he said most of them come from the border, which is true. I mean, it has to be, because MS-13 originates in Mexico, okay? They come up here, they are part of the coyotes, the drug runners, the sex traffickers, they're part of all that, okay? And they're coming up here. And like I said in my other videos, we already have problems with gangs, with drugs, human traffickers, sex traffickers, all that, okay? We already have plenty of that. We don't need no more problems, so I'm glad that he is cracking down on that. We need to start, like he said, we've been deporting these people in the thousands, but they keep coming back, they keep streaming back because there's no law to stop them. We need to have a law to stop that. It's no different than a U.S. citizen killing somebody. We need to have laws on that too. All these murderers walking free, well, we need to start, setting up. Okay, if you're convicted, you get a death penalty. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you're convicted of murder, death penalty. And we don't need to be waiting 30, 40, 50 years for it. you need to get it within that week. You know, that gives you time to tell your family what you need to tell them. If you want to tell the victim's family anything, you can tell them that. Get your meal, have a couple nights, and then execution. And that would solve it. I bet it would go down a lot. I bet the murder crime would go down a lot. So, another thing, he talked about drugs, opioids, big crisis, epidemic, also fentanyl, heroin. Most of that's coming from our border. Again, a lot of the MS-13 members, drug dealers, okay? The Border Patrol had the biggest drug bust in history. And fentanyl, that is one of the most dangerous drugs ever. Fentanyl, that drug, you can get high off of that and have an overdose on fentanyl. If that drug just touches your skin, barely touches you, if you just get a little bit on you, you're going to have an overdose. And, it's true. I've seen it happen on TV. People on cop shows, people have had overdoses on that show. Just from a little bit touching them. And as far as heroin and opioids, people say, well, they don't buy it, then they won't have nothing to go on, which is true. Okay, but these people that are already hooked on it, once you need your high, people are not gonna be like, oh, I'm not just gonna buy it no more. Okay, once you get your high and you need it, you're gonna do whatever you need to do to get it. That's why you see so many people breaking into cars, trying to find loose change, money, ripping car stereos out, breaking into homes, stealing money, guns, TV, whatever they need, or killing somebody. Whatever they need to do to get it, they're going to get their high. So another thing that he talked about was the sex trafficking. And I admire that he stood up and recognized the officer that is in charge of sex trafficking at the border. I am glad that he recognized him. I believe it was 1,500 arrests since he's been in charge, the officer. So hopefully he can bring more people like that to jail. There should be an automatic, no chance of getting out. It should be automatic life in prison. Anything like that, I can't stand crimes like that. People that do any kind of sex crime to any kind of race, women, men, children, black, white, whatever case is, or kidnap them, anything like that, there should be a law, automatic life in prison or death penalty. Those crimes right there irritate me so much. They really do. I don't understand how people could do something like that and live with themselves. I really don't. Stuff like that, like I said, it irritates me so much. So hopefully we can get a new law on that, and we can get something like that in place, and hopefully that would slow down everything too. So for all the people saying that Trump is racist, Trump is that, Trump ain't doing nothing, he's just sitting in office, okay. Look at all the things I just talked about. If he was racist, like I said, he wouldn't be trying to fix he wouldn't be putting the One Step Act in the program, he wouldn't have got the people out of jail. Another thing, he wouldn't recognize the synagogue shooting victims, as, the whole Congress, they were saying happy birthday, so he wouldn't recognize them for that if he was racist. Another thing I do admire is he recognized the law enforcement officer, the one SWAT officer involved in the synagogue shooting that officer did. He got shot 7 times trying to get the one suspect. The officer did make it out alive. He's had, I believe, it was either 7 or 12 surgeries. He's still got a long road ahead. He's going to have more surgeries. He's still got a long road ahead, a long recovery ahead. But I do admire that Trump did stand up, recognize him and admire him for what he did. You know, that takes a lot of courage to go in there. Not only to go in there, but to get shot 7 times and still get your man. That takes courage and guts right there, and determination. So I'm glad that he got recognized also. But back to what I was saying. If Trump was racist, he wouldn't recognize synagogue shooting victims. He wouldn't have recognized the 2 black people that he got out of jail. One under the One Step Act. If women were against him, they wouldn't have been standing up cheering and clapping and applauding him and jumping. He wouldn't have opened up new jobs for them. If he was against the country, he wouldn't have been opening up new jobs for us, trying to make this country prosperous. And he wants people to come into the USA. Just do it legally. It's not that hard. Don't risk your life or your family's life or never seeing them again because you can't come here legally. That's just ridiculous. But hopefully we can get some of these laws passed, like the cancer one, for childhood cancer, the border laws, the drug laws, gang laws, all that. It would make this country a lot better. It would help us. It would bring more money into the country. It would save us from violence and hate and crime. It would also help the jails out a lot more for having these nonviolent offenders in there for 20 years, 10 years in life. So hopefully we can keep that going on a trend. So I'm going to put this at the end of my video. Me personally, I like Trump, okay? I like Trump. Trump is my president, okay? And some of y'all might not like that. Some of y'all might. I don't know. But he is my president. I will continue to support him. In my opinion, he has done nothing to not make me like him. He's doing a great job, in my opinion. He gave a great State of the Union. So, I will continue to support him and I will continue to like him. But, like I said, I am going to wrap up the video here. Like I said, this was going to be one of my longer videos. This might be my longest video I've ever done. It's definitely one of the longest, but thank y'all for watching this. Thank y'all for subscribing and liking my channel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about what I talked about, how you feel about Trump, how you feel about Trump's State of the Union, if he did a bad job or a good job on the State of the Union, any laws you agree with or disagree with, the money that he talked about going and planning with, and just let me know what you guys think, and I'll have a couple more videos for y'all later on today, and thank y'all for watching.